Ever wondered what happens when the tools and supplies you rely on for survival become off limits? Picture waking up one day to find that your go-to items are no longer within reach. It's a scenario we all hope to avoid, but preparation is key. So, let's explore the 10 prepping items to get before they become illegal. Number 1. Pepper spray, also known as mace or capsaicin sprays. These unique survival gear are stirring up quite the debate. These non-lethal tools are a game-changer in personal defense scenarios. The looming shadow of legal restrictions makes them a potential rarity, so securing one now would be a wise decision. Pepper spray, with its active ingredient capsaicin extracted from chili peppers, delivers a potent, yet non-lethal defense mechanism. It's not your average gear, but its significance is soaring as regulations around self-defense tools tighten. You can try the PS Products Eliminator Pepper Spray. Compact, potent, and designed for your safety. This 3/4-ounce canister champions portability with a quick-release key ring for easy access in high-stress situations. Its concentrated stream minimizes the risk of blowback, and with a range of 8 to 10 feet, you can defend yourself without getting too close. Safety is paramount, and the Eliminator comes with a safety lock to prevent accidental discharge. Remember, responsible usage is key. Understand its mechanics, range, and effects before integrating it into your survival kit. Number 2. Flashlights. Imagine the power goes out right now and it's completely dark where you are. What's the one thing you'll reach out for first? That's right, flashlight. In emergency situations, normal flashlights or phone torches won't do. You'll need high-powered ones strategically used for personal defense. When it comes to tactical flashlights, lumens matter. For effective disorientation, you'll need at least 500 lumens. But don't underestimate a 200-lumen flashlight with a focused beam, though. It can still pack a punch. Some even come with a crenellated strike bezel, turning your flashlight into a makeshift weapon. Imagine the power of a 100,000-lumen flashlight, capable of lighting up an entire area like it's broad daylight. These behemoths aren't just bright. They can potentially blind multiple aggressors, giving you a significant advantage in a dire situation. Number 3. Fire extinguisher. Let's consider a scenario where traditional means of self-defense are off the table. In a world where your rights are stripped away, and the future feels like a dystopian nightmare, what unexpected ally could you turn to? Surprisingly, a common fire extinguisher. Most people overlook fire extinguishers as mere tools for dousing flames, but when wielded with intent, they can become a significant weapon against attackers. The cloud of powdered chemical released can act as a powerful irritant, potentially stopping an assailant and giving you a window to escape. But that's not all. The physical canister of a fire extinguisher can be used as a blunt instrument. Leveraging its weight and heft could help you fend off or incapacitate an assailant, buying you even more time to get to safety. Number 4. Cordage. You might not use cordage every day, except maybe for tying your shoes. But imagine hanging off a cliff or surviving on a deserted island like Tom Hanks. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you might face in a pinch. Having some 550 paracord laying around is a smart move. It's versatile and sturdy, perfect for lashing things together or building a shelter. And hey, if you think you'll need a lot of it, consider getting a spool instead of just a hank. More storage, more peace of mind. Number 5. Chlorine maker. Next, let's talk about something a bit unconventional. The chlorine maker SC200. Before you raise those eyebrows, let me explain. This device is designed for water purification, turning salt water into chlorine through electrolysis. But here's the twist. In a survival situation, it can be used to create a non-lethal barrier against aggressors. Chlorine gas, when used responsibly, can deter or incapacitate an attacker long enough for you to escape or call for help. But, and it's a big but, using such a device for self-defense walks a fine line in terms of legality and ethics. The production and deployment of chlorine gas are subject to strict regulations in many areas. So, before even considering it, do your research, folks. Remember, the goal of self-defense is to protect without causing unnecessary harm or breaking the law. So let's explore these tools with caution and responsibility. Number 6. Hand-operated air raid siren. Before you dismiss the idea of a hand-operated air raid siren as something out of a World War II movie, hear me out. The psychological impact of a sudden, overwhelmingly loud noise is no joke. Picture yourself in a situation where you need to deter an aggressor or alert others to your distress. That piercing sound, exceeding 120 decibels, can cause immediate disorientation and even pain. It's not just about making noise. It's about creating confusion and hesitation in your potential attacker. The sound carries over long distances, potentially alerting neighbors or law enforcement. But, and this is crucial, the legality of owning and using such a device varies wildly. Causing significant noise disturbance could land you in legal trouble, especially if it's used in a non-emergency situation. Considerations about potential panic or affecting those with sensitivities to loud noises are also essential. Before adding a hand-operated air raid siren to your self-defense toolkit, check local laws and regulations. It's not a decision to be taken lightly, both from a legal and ethical standpoint. Number 7. Powered air purifying respirator. While it might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, in situations where air can turn into a carrier for unseen threats, a powered air purifying respirator can be a lifesaver. It's more than just a gadget for the overly cautious. It's a sophisticated piece of equipment using a battery-powered blower to push contaminated air through a filter, delivering clean, breathable air directly to you. Picture scenarios where you're up against airborne contaminants, biological threats, or surrounded by heavy smoke. In these moments, a PAPR could be a game-changer, offering you a supply of purified air when every breath could be laced with danger. This is especially vital for those with respiratory conditions and vulnerable groups like the elderly and children. But, and there's always a but, the legality of owning and using a PAPR for personal protection is a critical consideration. Laws regarding such equipment can vary greatly depending on your location. In some areas, any gear perceived as military or tactical, even for personal safety, could land you in hot water. So while the idea of equipping yourself with a device that seems straight out of a dystopian future might feel extreme, in certain circumstances, it could be the thin line between safety and danger. Operating a PAPR requires understanding its maintenance needs, regular battery charging, and filter replacements. Before adding a powered air purifying respirator to your emergency kit, do your due diligence. Investigate the legalities, get familiar with the maintenance it requires, and evaluate if it's a practical choice for your specific needs. Remember, just like other personal safety tools, the effectiveness and legality of a PAPR hinge on your ability to use it wisely and within the confines of the law. Number 8. Auto-reloading crossbow. Now, in this ever-evolving world of uncertainty, an auto-reloading crossbow like the Cobra System R series Adder Tactical Repeating Crossbow can be a game-changer. Why? Because it redefines rapid fire with its groundbreaking design. No more manual reloading after each shot. The magazine can hold 5 arrows, allowing for quick, successive shots. This crossbow is not your average piece of equipment. It's a fusion of age-old weaponry and cutting-edge technology. Its compact and tactical design ensures ease of use and maneuverability. Whether you're in dense woodlands or an urban landscape, the self-cocking mechanism reduces the physical strength needed, making it accessible to a broader range of users. But wait, there's more. The Cobra System R Series Adder comes with Picatinny rails for customization. Whether you need scopes, sights, or grips, these rails allow you to tailor the crossbow to your specific needs, enhancing its versatility across different scenarios. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Again, we must stress the legal considerations of owning and using this crossbow. Crossbow laws vary significantly by region, so stay informed and compliant with local regulations. Responsible ownership and usage are key here. Number 9. Distress flares. Next, let's shift our focus to maritime distress flares. Not your average roadside emergency flares, but high-intensity, long-duration flares. These multifaceted survival tools are not just for signaling. They can make a huge difference when things go sideways. The visibility of these flares is unmatched, acting as a bright, fiery beacon that can be seen for miles, even in poor weather conditions. Crucial for signaling rescuers or communicating with your group over long distances when conventional methods are out of the question. But here's the interesting part. These flares can also be used defensively. Picture a scenario where you're threatened by wildlife or hostile individuals. A well-timed flare shot can scare off animals and serve as a non-lethal deterrent against two-legged threats. Yet, like always, there's a catch. Legislation around the world is tightening on items classified as pyrotechnics or signaling devices. Getting your hands on these flares while it's still legal means adding a powerful tool to your survival kit that might not be available down the line. Remember, handling flares requires strict adherence to safety protocols. They're not toys, and misusing them can lead to severe consequences, both legally and physically. Always ensure you're familiar with the proper operation and legal requirements in your area before adding them to your gear. Number 10. Stun Baton. And now, for our dark horse in the prepping community, the stun baton. In a world where personal safety is a concern, having a non-lethal means of defending yourself could be invaluable. Much like what we discussed with pepper spray, this high-voltage, low-amperage device is designed to incapacitate a threat without causing permanent harm. It's rechargeable, so no fumbling for batteries when you need them the most. Plus, most of them come with a built-in flashlight, a handy tool in emergency situations. Not just for visibility, but as a potential means to disorient a would-be attacker. As laws are always changing, something like this could be on the chopping block in the near future. However, in a scenario where calling for help isn't an option and escape isn't possible, a stun baton could be the difference between being a victim and being a survivor. Speaking of being prepared for anything that comes your way, click the video on screen to learn more than the 15 items the Red Cross urges you to stockpile.